If you are a woman between the ages of 35 and 47 and you are tired of waking up in the middle of the night, drenched in your own sweat, feeling hot and cold at the same time, having thoughts running through your mind even as you try to go to sleep, being able to go to sleep, because this could be you, and then you're woken up at 3 or 4 o'clock a.m. and you are a member of the AM club, then this video will benefit you because I'm going to share with you my top 3 products that make up my prior to sleep routine. I call them my supplement stack, and I think that they may be able to help you. Of course, I want you to ask your doctor before you do anything, but still, I want to put you on with the hopes if I can help at least one woman, that means that my job here has been complete and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. My name is Lynette, and I am the founder of the Perimenopause Project, where I help individuals get actionable steps as we go through this unique transition in life. And I want you to be prepared and also go to your doctor and say, hey, is this a possibility? Could this be something that could work for me? And also, I just want to share tips and tricks that have helped me out. If that seems of interest to you, then definitely subscribe to this channel, like this video. And then after its completion, if you saw something that you like and you think it could help someone else, please definitely share it, pay it forward. This is a gatekeeping free zone. I'll give you a second to do that, and then we'll jump right on into the video. All right, thank you so much. So I want to start with the first item that means a lot to me because I used to take melatonin for a little while, and then I realized melatonin ain't cutting it in this day and age with all this hormonal influx and craziness and stuff going on. And what I found was that I would drink water, but I was not feeling hydrated. Now, there is a natural way to get the hydration that you need before I introduce this first product, but I do think that it's important that I show you both and tell you about both. So, if you're feeling like water's not really being absorbed into your body, you're not really getting that hydrated, then you may need electrolytes. And this is my favorite brand. It is Ultima. I'll show you the front of it so that way you can recognize it. I normally get these from Sprouts Market. I haven't really seen them anywhere else, but I'm sure you can order them online. I'm not a really big Amazon person, but I'm pretty sure that they have them there as well. But what I was noticing was because I started back really being very scheduled and regimented with my fitness, I found that I was sweating so much in this time in life and just in general, even outside of working out. And I just was like, oh, I think I'm losing my minerals. I just felt it. And true indeed, I was. So I go the natural route or I choose to do a packet. The natural route can be having some fresh key lime juice. You just squeeze them into your water. I'm not talking about conventional limes. They have to be key limes. And then you can either put some crushed pink Himalayan sea salt in there or Celtic sea salt, whatever works best for you. And you can drink that as many times as you need during the day. I don't recommend more than once or twice at the most. That depends on how intense you sweat, either in your sleep, unfortunately, or when you're working out. But either way, that's the natural way to go. But like I said, I prefer these because they're sugar-free, they're minimally processed, and I am doing the Mediterranean diet, so I'm not supposed to have anything processed. But look, I got to do what I got to do to make sure my sleep is intact. Now, I don't take these every single day. I take these on a day when I've had a very active day with regards to either the gym or me going for a walk. I went outside today and I took a walk. I did about 6,000 steps and I was like, whew, I need my electrolytes to replenish what I've lost in all this sweat because I was drenched because it was like 80 degrees down here. But anyway, I advise that you do this preemptively before you go to bed, just to make sure you go ahead and bulk up those minerals that you could potentially lose in your sweat. So these have potassium in them, they have magnesium, all kind of good stuff, but just make sure they don't have a whole bunch of additives in them, whichever brand you choose. And a lot of brands like to use sugar. This one, like I said, I believe I did say is sugar-free and 0 calories. So that means a lot to me. So if you are a person who does not sweat a lot, you don't have a lot of night sweats or hot flashes, then you may not need to take these. And if you're someone who has kidney issues, definitely make sure that you speak to your doctor before you try any electrolyte because you may not need them. But for those of us who have been sweating like an NBA player just from living your life, go ahead and get some electrolytes in your life, sis. It will definitely help you out. Trust me on that. And also, if you are taking electrolytes, make sure you read and understand what is in each packet, because if you are supplementing with other minerals, you don't want to take too much. So if you know that your electrolyte does have magnesium in it, then because I'm about to talk about magnesium next, you want to make sure that you don't take as much as you normally would because you got 100 milligrams from your electrolyte packet. So, as a recap, before we move on to my next MVP, you want to take your electrolytes to make sure that you are getting those minerals that are so vitally important when you go to sleep because estrogen is dipping down, so it's going to affect different things in the body. So, why not hydrate yourself and make sure that you are ready to take on the battle of sleep or the hormonal battle that's happening in your body as you sleep. Next, I want to introduce you to my MVP. I don't go to sleep without it. I don't. And that's magnesium glycinate. And this is by the brand Cotage. And I'll talk about them in a second. But let's get into this magnesium glycinate. Do you know how you have that wired but tired feeling? Do you know how sometimes your muscles are kind of aching? And do you know how you just don't feel calm before it's time to go to bed? I mean, you could have done everything in your sleep hygiene, but it's still not all syncing. And that's because progesterone, it is beginning to decline and affects our neurotransmitter GABA, which is what natural Xanax for us. It occurs in us naturally, and progesterone messes with it. And so that means that we can't really achieve that calm before we get into the bed. But magnesium acts as a natural GABA agonist, and it gets us to where we need to go. It calms us down, it prepares the body and the mind to get ready for bed. It is so vitally important to my process. What I do is I take this around 9 o'clock. So that gives my body enough time to absorb it before I go ahead and reach my bedtime, which typically, depending on the night, can be anywhere from 10:30 to 11:30. I typically stop screens at 10:30 and bed by 11:30. But anyhow, let's get back to magnesium because it is the star of the show. You feel me? So I take this, and again, if I've had my electrolyte packet, I take 3 of these because each gel capsule is 100 milligrams, and I got 100 milligrams in my electrolytes. So I want to make sure I'm not taking too much. So if I'm supposed to take 400 milligrams of this, I just take the 3 capsules, and then I get myself kind of prepared, start getting mentally prepared for bed. Now, what's really cool about this, if you see that first term, it says liposomal. And so what that means is that each one of the capsules is buffered with a liposome, which is just a little molecule of fat that helps with better absorption into the body. Can't beat it with a stick. Now, a lot of people do find this a little bit costly. I'll put another version or another brand down there that I like as well. I used to use Solgar. It's equally as good, but I love the better absorption that I get with this one. I will not go to sleep without it. Just again, it relaxes the muscles, it relaxes the mind, it helps you get your body get into that calm so it can go to sleep. Last, but certainly not least, is ashwagandha. And I use the PLNT brand from Vitamin Shop. Again, all these will be linked below, and I don't get any money from it. I just want to help you all out. Now, ashwagandha, depending on who you speak to, some people love it, some people like, meh. I am one of those who loves it. Because of what happens with our ovarian hormones, a drop in it puts a heavy burden on our adrenal glands. So ashwagandha helps mitigate that burden by giving us the calm that we need. It is an adaptogen, so it helps the body adapt to any sort of excess adrenaline that is in its system. I take this one sometimes with my magnesium glycinate, or I take it about 30 minutes before bed because sometimes if I've taken this consistently and it's really good in my system, it can put me out. So if I know I want to be up for a little while longer, I'll take it with a sip of water about 30 minutes before I go to bed. But I highly recommend this. And again, there are some people who say they have an adverse reaction to ashwagandha because it interacts with the testosterone in their body. I have not had this happen to me. So again, you need to double check with your physician before you commit to it. But what I find is that it helps me from getting into that fight or flight mode when my heart's like beating super fast because of a cortisol spike when I've been asleep, because it is an adaptogen. It just rushes in and it helps with the adrenal glands and tells it to calm down and let it know it is okay. And that's why I love me some ashwagandha, and I do not sleep a night without it. Now, the hard truth of it is that supplements cannot erase our bad habits as it relates to sleep. So I did a video before, and if you haven't seen it, then I'll definitely make sure I put it below, or it'll be up here somewhere. So that way you can reference it again. But it's so important for you to create a sleep hygiene schedule that works for you, my Peri Pal. You've got to. So if you know that you have a propensity to have a window of sleep that maybe comes early and you might want to stay up and talk on the phone or do whatever it is that you do, the kids might be running around. You've still got to figure out a way to kind of fit the sleep hygiene into your schedule. And there's so many just amazing things that you can do to ensure that your body is getting relaxed and is coming down off of the high of the day and getting ready for bed. Don't forget to keep your temperature cool in your room and wear light, breathable fabrics when you go to sleep. Use them for your sheets. Just do as much as you can to help facilitate the best possible sleep outcome for yourself. Your body will thank you in the morning. And especially if you're working out, you've got to get that recovery sleep, because that's where you'll find that you'll begin to lose weight and you'll be feeling better, or whatever your fitness goal is. It may not be losing weight. You might want to bulk up, but whatever it is, everything needs a good foundational night of sleep to make an impact. That's all I have for this video. This was so fun. I hope you had a really good time, my Peri Pal. Once again, my name is Lynette from the Perimenopause Project. And what we aim to do here is to give as much information and tips that are helping us out, so you can be armed when you go into your doctor's office and say, hey, I happen to see this on YouTube. Would this work for me? And that way, hopefully, it can make life easier for us all, because we can get through this time of life and we will get through it. But we got to do it together, and we have to do it with education. I'll see you in the next upload. Bye.